All right, it's been a minute. Air on, cause it is freaking hot. I'll turn the air off for a second. Maybe we'll roll a window down. It's seriously like 95 degrees out. So we got a lot to cover in this video. First of all, the Evo has working AC, which is phenomenal, but it took a little bit of a drama to get there and took a ton of money. Based on what I'm thinking I'm gonna title this video, might as well just tell you it cost me about $1,000 to get my AC fixed. Worse than that, I had to drive a Mitsubishi Mirage. So we'll cover that. Also, finally getting some work done on the FJ, and then unfortunately somebody hit me. It's nothing crazy, but it's just one of those things that now I gotta contend with it. Also, as of this recording, because I've already edited basically this entire video, I just need to shoot a few parts. The wifey has a new car, and I might show you that in this video, but I'm mostly saving that for the next video. So let's get on with it. Lauren turned it off, but oh my gosh. Enzo, the door's still open. Look, you can go outside. There's nothing stopping you from going out there. And he acts like he's gonna miss something. Boy, Lotus, it'd be nice if I could just push a button and have the garage door go up. Once we get the FJ back, this goes tomorrow to get the AC fixed. And then if you'll let me, I'll schedule to get the oil leak fixed.
The problem with that is I feel like it's not just the oil leak that has to be fixed. Like, don't we have to replace like something underneath?
Yeah, like other stuff's gonna go with it, yeah. Because if I'm gonna have him do that, it makes sense to do other stuff. That's the issue.
Problem.
I don't know, probably $2,000 at least. Hi, boys. Tires look pretty good considering I didn't put anything on them. Just leftover. Now, in all fairness, I did wash the car the previous week and not drive it much. Yeah, he's not happy.
We lost the mic.
The pups in this Cayenne, they're barking up a storm. Maybe I should just get a Cayenne then. They're about the same size as my pups. What's a legit camera you got there? Oh, it's the news, Channel 19.
A few moments later.
He really didn't bark as much, I think because he thought not in the wildest dreams would we actually leave him for a second time. He was like, no, they would never do that. All right. It's good to be back in the FJ. Oh yeah, nice to have my tilt steering wheel back. Missed that. All right, I'll go over everything and the cost in just a moment. You know how quiet it is? That's because for the first time in over a year, the back hatch is closed. It is not fixed. Surprisingly, it doesn't really affect day-to-day driving. It was, I think you said around like $450 for them to fix that. I'll get it fixed before winter. The wifey's car just went live on carsandbids.com, so you can definitely go there now and bid on it. Explaining to the people how I drive fast, it's a crime. You drive fast.
No, it was not even comparable. No, it was not. What you did was not comparable. Not to mention, I only ever drive.
Always got an excuse, that one.
No, it's not an excuse.
You guys watching E.T.?
Or did you just start it where they left off?
No, I just started it again.
What are you doing, Aveo? Taking the Evo in, getting the, I think it's like a cross member recall fixed, and getting the AC. Like, it's freezing right now. Like, I actually have it turned down. It's just when it gets really hot, it just can't keep up for some reason. So I don't know if it just needs a refill or what. I totally could have made this light, but yeah. So Cincinnati actually went a while without a Mitsubishi dealership. And this one just opened back up. First gear would be helpful. Getting my stuff out of the car here. I was like, am I supposed to pull in there? Because there's like lifts. I'm so used to the like Ford where you just like pull in. Oh, we got a lot of balloons. And a goal of 40. 40 new. That doesn't seem like a very high goal. But we'll still trade on the rally art and all that. And don't have that. I definitely don't have that. Don't have that. Don't have that. All right, in a strange turn of events, I'm in a Mirage. Unfortunately, it's not a Mirage. But it is a Mirage, but it's a real Mirage, so it's not a Mirage. It does not have floor mats, does have heated seats, does have a touchscreen display that looks like straight out of 2008. And the lady asked if I would like to purchase a key fob with remote buttons. So, because when I handed her the key, then I explained that I don't have power locks. She did not believe that that could come from the factory. All right. Did not really want to leave it here, but it is what it is. At least I get to drive this cool Mirage, which I figured out has Sport Plus mode, or Sport mode. Might have to clean the inside. It's that disgusting. All right, as I'm editing this video, I left a few things out. A lot of it had to do with COVID and just not wanting to carry the camera and have to touch things and different things. So just to minimize the spread, wasn't carrying the camera. So to clarify, I knew it was gonna take a couple hours, or I thought it was, to get the AC fixed and get the corrosion fixed. What I didn't know was that there was a recall of the recall. So I got the airbag recall a few years ago, but they recalled the replacement airbag. So I had to get that done. I arrived with my laptop and everything. I planned to work. I figured I'd be there for at least a couple hours. They told me it was gonna be like more 4 to 5, maybe 6 hours. Obviously I didn't wanna wait that long, so they gave me a loaner car. That's why I'm in a Mirage. Back up. Seriously. Lotus. Dude. So we got the FJ back last night, which I probably showed you a little bit of that footage. The lock for the window has been broken, so I always leave it open, which is fine because water and stuff, it doesn't get in. When they gave me a quote, it was gonna be almost $500. I was like, you know what? I leave it open all the time anyways. The only time it'd really be nice to close it again is come winter. I go to pick it up and they were like so proud of themselves. They were like, hey, obviously we didn't fix it, but we were able to get it closed for you. And I'm like, why they're explaining, like you could just tell how happy, like proud of themselves they were. And I was just like, no, I need that open, that it should open. So that's what I'm hoping. And then I can, because if not, then I'm gonna have to get it fixed now. Because I need this window. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh. All right, well, that was pretty much awful for them. I mean, they could see, but like, yeah, that's not fun, is it, buddy? No, say that's not fun. So I'm thinking maybe I could just ask them to make it the other way. Like, I don't need it fixed, that's the thing. All right, put gas in the Mirage G4. Still don't know what the G4 stands for. I gotta say though, I don't know what position you would have to be in financially where this is the option. I get it. If you're not used to buying used cars, it's very nerve-wracking. You know, I get that. Some of my earlier used car purchases still made me kind of nervous. Nowadays, it's like, whatever. Honestly, I probably don't check them out as good as I should half the time. It's just kind of like, I get under them, I look around, I check for a few known things, and it's like, yeah, looks good enough. I'm sure it'll be fine. Not to get on a tangent here, but like, why you would buy new cars in this category at all? And this isn't just the Mirage. I mean, I haven't driven many cars in this class, and the few that I have been far between. But I remember like back in the day getting a Kia Rio as a rental and stuff, and it was like, because that's what they gave me. And looking back, it's like, oh, dude, pay extra. Like, you don't want to drive that for any amount of time. So many good cars in the like $20,000 to $30,000 range that a couple years old with 20, 30,000 miles are going to be the same price or something. Even 40, 50,000 miles. They have a bunch of them if you want. So there you go. I'm happy to get the Evo back though. It said it cost me $201 for the AC, and if it works, it's worth every penny. There she is. I do like the idea of a cone. I should get my own cones and carry them around. I guess that's because they had to do the dash or something. I mean, my gosh, it is just destroyed. I mean, I don't think anything's damaged, but it's just like a mess. Wow. Yeah. I was not expecting them to have to really do anything on the inside. It really sucks. The outside is also very dusty. So I get to wash the whole thing again. But first, to disinfect it all. You know, I'm not in any type of denial about being a bit of a germaphobe. Not uncommon for me to wipe down my car after picking it up. COVID is especially annoying. It used to be like, well, if they got in, like, what would they have touched? The doors, this. Now it's like, what would they have breathed on that I'm then going to have to touch? So it's like super annoying. Good thing is it's been sitting out here in the sun, so it's super hot in here. Probably do the same when I get home. And probably just leave it outside. The whole thing's a freaking mess. Spend all morning tomorrow washing it inside now. All right, so we just left. We're passing the mall right now. Okay, hold up. Let's explain why I'm in the Mirage again. So they called me, said everything was done. Went and picked up the car, started to drive it. You can see I get a few miles down the road. The issue is, the AC is colder, but it's still doing the same thing. The AC will cut out, and then, but if I rev it pretty high, like 4,000 or 5,000 or above, it comes back. So take it back, go for a little test drive with the mechanic so he can actually see what it's doing. That's not how it was explained to him. He thought it was just low on antifreeze, whatever it is they put in them. Probably gonna be the compressor, so I had to leave it there overnight. Which means more trips in the awesome Mirage. Which is really close to the dealership. The radio is doing things on its own. It just changes the station on its own, and yeah, like that. Like, I'm not doing that. I don't have my hand on any steering wheel controls, nothing like that. Just go ahead and turn that off. Appear to be an eco. I don't know how to turn that off. Oh, apparently Florin turned it off, but oh my gosh. I haven't even made it off the ramp yet. Wow. Mind you, I was not expecting much. Wow. Wow. I mean, if you're familiar with the Evo 10s, does that look familiar? Those are straight up the exact buttons out of the Evo 10, which they stopped making those back in 2015. Out here washing the car. Oh, you heard the camera click? Yeah. My helper's here, hiding inside. Oh, because it's a little too warm. Yeah, you should never wash a car in sunlight, by the way. Makes it a million times harder. And if you're not using the right soap, you could really create a havoc for yourself as far as like water spots, but sometimes it's hard to take your own advice. Oh, come on, boys. I'm dying. Let's go in. Check out your new car, babe. It's got black wheels like you like, and it's a limited edition. I don't know what's limited about it. It's a Mirage G4. Now, typically when you see the number 4 on cars, it indicates 4-wheel drive. Not so here. I don't know what it means. It has a spot where the fog lights would go. I do like that they blacked out the grille. Now, I don't think this has the aluminum roof. She is taking the FJ to get the hatch broken in the proper way. They said just bring it by and they'd do that. POV going up the driveway. Nice turning radius. Hey. Hey, 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 hey! I guess I'll call her. Oh, it's got the red stitching. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Wow, battery's like as big as the motor. All right, while she's taking that back to have it re-broken open, we'll go over some of the cost here. Basically, the startup sound they found to be the serpentine belt was dry. They replaced it. That was $112 in labor, $60 in parts. Oil change, filter, gasket, whatever, all that stuff came up to closer to 60, it looks like. And then the where the lock issue was on the driver's side, and last year I had it moved to the passenger side, so the sensor didn't know if the door was opening or closing. That was $56 to replace. Something charged that I punched hole through was $25. And then it looks like the switch was 22. Labor might have been 56. Regardless, the total labor, it was almost all labor. So the total amount was $539.73. Of that, $431 was labor. $100.15 was parts. Oh yeah, and I was like, those numbers don't add up. The steering column was $112 to fix. That was pure labor, although they didn't fix it yet. Have to take it back. So yeah, $540 in repairs, which isn't bad. I have to find the original invoice, but I bet we've only spent, because we spent $400 and some on the door card to get that replaced, and just oil changes and like tire rotation. So I bet in the life of that car, we're barely at like $1,200. $500 of that was this visit, and $400 of the other was the door card. So take away the door card and we're sitting at like $800. Granted, the rear lock will add another $500. Just moving the car. Wait, still got the Mirage G4 limited edition. Somebody knows why this is limited, please let me know. So Mitsubishi called me yesterday. It was like, hey, took it apart, something else is broke. We gotta order that part. It's gonna be like next week. So a couple, $200, $300, $400 more. I'm tired of this thing taking space in my driveway. Definitely can't. Okay, we'll take this one. All right, boys, come on. Probably go to the P.O. box. Let the wifey take the pup truck one time, no gas. First things first, we need to find a FedEx. This clean IROC. There is a FedEx drop box, which I knew about, but I don't know that this is gonna fit. That one fit. Let's see if this one fits. All right, we're good. What do you think you got in there? Stopped to get gas. This car just backed into me. All right, cops are here. I'm in the car. I was getting gas. I just want to get it checked out. Chill out.
All right, you bumped into him. Okay, we'll get it figured out. While we have insurance, accidents happen. Relax. I mean, are you wanting to turn that into your insurance, or?
I want to have it checked out to make sure that there's no damages underneath it and everything else. I do not seem to. No, I drove my wife's car yesterday, but I have registration. I think the pups will have a little emotional distress. You know, they'll probably need to see some therapy. The lady, though.
How did that even happen? Like, so you're at a standstill. So
I'm pumping
clearly
gas.
Her fault.
I see her pull in. I'm like, surely she's not going to try back up her pickup truck and get gas here. Of course she is. All right, fine. So I'm watching her. I was like, it's a brand new, like, Ford Ranger. I mean, they just started making them, like, again this year or last year or something. So I was like, all right, by law, every car has a backup camera. So I was like, all right, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. And then she hit me, and I'm like,
So what was the damage?
I don't know. And, like, you know, she's like, well, do you want to check it out? And I walk up there, and, like, I can see scratches and stuff.
Was it in the front or the back?
The front. I was like, well, you know, I mean, it's scratched. I'm sure the bumper's probably going to need painted or something. And she just loses her mind and, like, goes on, like, there's no way this needs painted on. So I just walk away. I get the pup some water. I called dispatch. You know, I'm waiting on the cops to show up. The cop gets there and he's listening or whatever. And I hardly say a word because I'm just like,
I was pumping gas.
like, whatever. The cop's like, all right, well, I'm going to walk in, see if they have a camera or whatever. And he's walking away. Finally, he turns around. He's like, ma'am, you need to calm down. And then, like, a little bit later, we're out there, and she's like, he said I did this, this, and this. And first of all, I did not say she did that, or that. I didn't say hardly 2 words because I'm trying to stay social distance. And, like, I also have a pretty good policy about staying away from crazy.
Chill out. All right, you bumped into him. Okay, we'll get it figured out. While we have insurance, accidents happen. Relax.
Finally, cop looks at her and goes, well, how do you know you didn't cause that damage?
Right.
And her response, well, my son has a black Mustang. The cop's just like, I don't know what to do with that lady.
So what was the resolution?
Oh, I just filed the report. I just told the cop, I was like, look, it doesn't matter. Like, she hit me. I just wanted to file the report, have my body shop check it out. We'll find out. And he's like, yeah, no, it's fine. The good thing is she didn't deny it, any of it.
Well, I hope not, since we have a dash cam.
Well, she doesn't know I have a dash cam.
It doesn't matter.
But turns out the dash cam did catch it. For some reason, I didn't turn the ignition off.
Oh, that's weird.
I turned the car off. Yeah, I always turn the ignition off.
Yeah. So
For some reason, I did.
Running.
So it was recording. You just watch her back up and boom, just back into it and stuff. So.
Jeez, and we just got a ton of stuff fixed on that too.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, the tilt isn't working again since you drove it this morning and retilted it.
I didn't do anything this morning. I did not tilt it this morning.
Oh, it seemed kind of low, so I was like, well, let me adjust it, and it won't adjust now. So I called them, got an appointment for next week. My neighbor's been having an issue lately where people keep parking in front of their house, which they acknowledge that it's street parking and such. But I get it because I used to have street parking. I know what that's like. You know, you kind of have your unofficial spots. Well, they don't know that I have a loaner car. I'm going to park it like straight in the middle, just like the worst spot it could be in, just straight up in the middle of their house. And now we wait. So the Evo total, you can see, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, a little receipt, $979.87. Somehow I did not get that receipt. I got the initial receipt where they charged me $187 to top it off. Obviously, since that didn't fix it, they took that 187 and applied it to, but really what they ended up doing was replacing the compressor. There was something else when they took the compressor off, or when they were down there, they found they're like, hey, this is broken. Do you want us to replace it? I was like, yeah, go ahead and replace it. It was something, I honestly, I can't remember, but I remember it ended up being like 100, maybe $200. The compressor was around, I want to say like 400-ish, because it wasn't, that was the only OEM, non-OEM part I got. Then I needed a new belt, so that was OEM. That was like, I don't know, I want to say like $100. They broke my radiator, so they replaced that for free. So I got a free radiator and coolant flush, I guess. So $1,000 almost to make the car go slower. $500 on the FJ, $1,500 this month. That's what we've gotten up to. All right, last but not least, the new car. So I kind of hinted at this at the beginning. I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that we sold the Focus ST. I'll talk more about that in the next video as well when I go over the new car. If you stayed in the video this long, I do want to give you guys a hint at what it is. So I told the wifey she could buy whatever she wanted. So she had a very open mind. You know, we literally spent some days just driving around. You saw that in the last video. We were just driving around car lots, just kind of browsing. We didn't even like talk to anybody or anything. We didn't drive anything. We were just looking around. And she found something she liked. Give you guys a little bit of a hint. Bet she didn't see that coming. Neither did I. Appreciate you guys as always. And we will see you on the next video. Lotus, shadow chasing. Shadow chasing. See you guys later.
You're one and only.